Alright, so I'm gonna be creating a Splatoon Any tutorial. Hi guys, my name is Kasich. I run this game. Just yesterday, on July 2nd, I got the world record run of 59 minutes flat. After I got this record, I wanted to create a tutorial for everyone that's learning Splatoon. And anyone that may have issues with certain routes or certain things that, you know, might just have trouble with, like maybe early cycles, or maybe they just don't know if their strats are good enough. Maybe, you know, learning something new, whatnot, even just by watching this, even if you do run this game already. First things first, though, you have to make a new profile. Making a new profile allows you to, it allows you to have a separate save from your multiplayer sessions. So create a new me, create a new profile. The way to delete your game save, so say you create a new profile, you do a run. You have to go to System Settings, and you have to go to Data Management. It's the second one. It has like the 3 squares. You click that, you go to Copy, Move, Delete. You go to Splatoon and you delete it. And I'm going to be doing that now because I just did the run yesterday, so it's still on here. This will be for Twitch and YouTube. I'll just export it. Okay, so if you see any runner playing in a different language, it's because it's just a few seconds faster. It's not to the point of running like an RPG like Paper Mario on Japanese compared to English. But what you want to do is you want to go to the spot that looks like this. If you could see on the gamepad, it says console information where it says set system language. You want to do that, and then change it to either Espanol or Italian, whichever one you have. American version will, or the US version will be Espanol. The Europe version will be Italian. We're not sure about Japanese. We don't know how much faster it is, and it's not worth buying one for just Splatoon because Nintendo has region locks. So I'm gonna go get right into this. I'm gonna be removing the webcam as well once I get into this, so there's not me blocking all this, because I'm just gonna be like staring at it, staring at the screen. So I'm gonna drop the webcam for now. I'm gonna change the title. Alright, so once you get into Splatoon, you are greeted with the beginning. In the test fire, you were able to skip this tutorial, but you were not able to in the actual game. But even before that, you have to choose either boy or girl. Now, if you're Po Guys, I don't know, I'm sorry, dude. If you're Po Guys, he says apparently boys shoots farther, but he doesn't. So you could choose whichever boy or girl you want. I'm gonna be doing boy, though. Doesn't matter what skin, doesn't matter what color eyes. And time starts right when you click yeah. Right when you press A, you have to start your timer. So when you do this, it's yeah, now you're starting. And you're going to be greeted with gyro controls, and the game telling you want to be super fresh, which you do, obviously. So spam A, and now you're greeted with gyro. What you want to do is hold your gamepad a little angled. If you're not going to be using gyro in the run, which I will get to in a moment. You want to break these balloons, go here, angle yourself so you get to this pole, jump through as Inkling, or Squid, sorry. You just want to try to go there as quickly as possible. This is the route that I take. You can also go off to the left side, where that bunch of ink is there. I know others do that. Want to jump up here, shoot some ink, because you have to make this jump to get to advance. You want to go up. Tutorial's really fast. And now you're, you know, you go to the plaza. Some people have a tutorial skill like I do, others don't. And this is where I think the bulk of the mashing... Yeah, this is where the bulk of the mashing is. This is why Spanish is a little faster, but I'm just doing English. Just for tutorial's sake. I don't feel like waiting like 10 minutes to switch it. So here, spam ZL and ZR. Right about... now. Now. There you go. Alright, now you want to spam A as quickly as you can. Well, not as quickly as you can, because it's not... The spamming isn't based off of how fast you can press A. Not like in other games. You just want to spam A, you go through everything. It's introducing you to the Ink Plaza. This is where, right after you start the mashing, this is where you have to choose if you're going to use gyro or not. Gyro allows you to aim up and down faster than sticks, and it is a little more accurate, and you're able to change your sensitivity here as well. I do not use gyro. I use sticks personally. And also another thing, thank you, Mar. What you want to do for this, you don't want a Nintendo Network ID. If you do an NNID for the beginning, it's going to tell you what the maps are for online, and you don't want that. So right after you get control, what you want to do is, if you're going to get rid of gyro, you want to look down to your gamepad, go to options, and turn motion controls off. If you're in a separate language, it's the fourth little, like, settings bar. You want to turn that to the where you just click it. You don't even have to click on or off. You could just click the motion control name and then go to map, and you want to click Octo Valley on the gamepad. I personally turn it off. I got the record with it off. You could use either one, whichever one you're comfortable with. Just use that. And here's another bulk of the mashing. Just have to get past Captain Cuttlefish. Luckily, this game you don't have to just press A a bunch. It's the only times you have to press A a bunch is the beginning and then after every boss fight. Okay, so once you get control, you can either A, throw a grenade right here. If you throw a grenade right here, it's gonna make it. And you could either shoot forward, throw a grenade, shoot forward. What I do, I just shoot forward, get close enough, and aim down. Every grenade that you're able to throw that we use, either the basic triangle grenades or the Seekers, you have to hit the pot, like the starting spot for the maps. You have to hit it with a grenade and then 2 shots of ink. So if you shoot it with 2 shots of ink, you can just throw a grenade and it's done. Now you go into World 1. World 1 is very simple. What you need to be wary about is getting 100 of these power orbs. These power orbs are what we need to collect. We need to get 100 of these so we can buy Seekers before World 3. So what I do is I grab those 2, go over here, go up. This is pretty simple. I usually don't grab all of those. I go over this little barrier here, but some others go around. And when I say others, I mean the other runners, just so you know. You want to throw a grenade past him, shoot him, go here, advance. But this part gives me issues. When I land, I don't have a lot of ink, because I just threw a grenade and killed the other enemies. So what I do, I'm gonna have full ink here because I stood here. But what I do, when I get to this point, I shoot ink here. I wait a little bit until I have almost full ink, kill him, throw a grenade, do that, shoot my feet, and then I can jump over here and go to the next area. This spot's straightforward, just kill all the enemies. And advance. For this part, you need to grab a key so you can advance on to the next area. So I grab these orbs. I actually go straight and up this. Others go around. I personally think this way's faster, but that's just me. And you want to grab this key. And at this point, what you can do, if you know what the Y button does, it allows you to reset the aiming. This includes gyro and sticks. What you can actually do is turn around and press Y, and it'll actually do a 180. I don't use this a lot in my run, but it is very helpful at certain points. What I do is go here, I kill this enemy for more orbs. I sometimes kill him depending on if I don't grab enough. Grab these 3, and what you want to do is you want to angle yourself to these boxes, and you're going to take these boxes, because this one has a key as well, so you can finish the level. Depending on how many orbs I have, I kill these enemies. I usually try to end with around, like, low 40s. And what you can do to end the level faster is you throw a grenade at the Zapfish shield. It kills it instantly, and you want to just jump into him, and now you're done with the first level. What do you want to do for this? You just want to shoot forward. The next area is this. You can either like I said, throw a grenade so it lands like on top of it. What I do, I just shoot it just to be safe. This next level is the one that you have to have 100 points to make the next level go a little quicker, and trust me, it is worth your time getting the 100. So I kill this enemy, grab these 3. You only need one bit of ink to break these balloons. I grab these 2 and I take this way. Sometimes these guys are butts, but sometimes they actually push you a bit. I grab these 3 orbs just in case if I miss some in this beginning or this next part. I sometimes kill him. It depends on if he's nice or not. Sometimes he gets pushed off and doesn't want to die, so I don't bother with him. These 3, depending on how many orbs I have as well, I kill them. So there's 2 ways you can actually do this. The way that you want to go is usually when you get here with this squeegee, he has his back towards where you want to shoot. You want to shoot right here. There was another way that I thought in the beginning was going down here. This is actually where the scroll is. I thought going down here, jumping up here was faster, but it's not. Sometimes I grab an orb or 2 here. You want to go up. If you go quick enough, this is usually quick enough. The squeegee has his back to the ink, so you don't have to worry about him. I grab those 3 orbs, kill this enemy. I usually don't bother with these 3. You have to go up. Now this part right here, you can actually grab, I believe it's the shield. There should be a shield somewhere around here. I think. I forget. I know, I remember someone talking about a shield somewhere. But I know there is a shield at some point that you can grab that allows you to get 10 points. I forget exactly where it is because I don't normally grab it. So, well, at least when I start this level, I go from this part, go all the way over here, jump on here. And what you want to do is you want to shoot this balloon so it inks both sides, and you want to ink a little bit below so you don't mess up, and then you want to go up. I normally don't hit this checkpoint because you usually don't die. And when you get to this point, you want to shoot down so those bubbles, or like the octoball guys, actually land in it. Sometimes if you shoot too many of those boxes, that one will go all the way around like he did. You just want to make sure you don't break it too much. You go up here, shoot these enemies. And now I'm at a point where I already have 100 orbs. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this level, this ending part of the level. You can either A, skip cannon, or B, do cannon. I personally go for cannon. Cannon is here. You shoot this, go in this launch pad, and you go up there. You use the cannon, blow everything up, you shoot at least 3, and then you go up and you're done. Another way to do it that's arguably faster, depending on how lucky you are. You can ink all the way up here. Juke out Squeegee, because Squeegee's gonna mess you up. Go up. You want to stand right here. You can shoot this wall. And what you want to do is you want to keep inking and going up. Like, just slowly enough that you'll make it. And then now you're up. You can either do that, or when you get down, you could shoot you could shoot the boxes, go up. Grab this. Go in the cannon. Make sure these hit the actual wall and not the balloons. The balloons will stop your ink. And then you go down. Make sure Squeegee's not being a butt, because he will be. You just jump all the way up. Throw a grenade on that and you're done. And that's level 2. Okay, at this point, right when you get to this, right when you get out, you press plus. You can either spam right to get to the Seekers or use the gamepad. You can actually touch it. I touch it because it's a little quicker. You want to grab it. Now spam B because this is going to happen. Now it's telling you to switch bombs. This takes like forever. But the reason why we grab Seekers is because it helps throughout the entire rest of the run. Now we're on World 3. So, World 3, you want to just go straight. Throw a Seeker. This will be a little quicker. You want to break this box, make sure the Seeker keeps going. And you're going to use the Seeker again at this point. Okay, so the armor gives you 10 points. I always forget if it does. If you're ever worried about money in the beginning, grab the armor. That's on top of the squeegee. So when you get to this point, you want to grab the rockets. I jump up here, and you want to shoot these enemies. Sometimes the flying ones get a little out of sync. You might have to shoot an extra one. And I just make sure I get all this inked up. Ink up this wall, go up. And at this point, I throw a Seeker. Usually at this point in my run, this part of the block is to the right. So I throw this Seeker so I can just go forward without having to shoot it. Make sure that's inked. And then you keep going. I throw a Seeker here, depending on which side you want to do. Doesn't matter which side. I feel like left may be a little more consistent, depending on how fast you go. And Seekers also break the shield instantly. Alright, this part you just have to get here as quickly as you can. Simple. This boss is really, really simple. He has 3 phases. One phase is right like how he is. He has every part of the wall and the sides. The next part, it's only one at the bottom of the middle line and one at the top, and then the final one is moving left and right. There's only 3 squares. What you want to do at each phase in the beginning is you want to shoot a line of ink towards him, swim towards him because you'll go faster, and then you want to ink to the side. You just go all the way up. Supposedly throwing Seekers at the tentacle is a little quicker, so I would say do it. You have enough ink. You always want to make sure that you're pressing X to go up the walls faster. You're going to be using that throughout the entire run. And now you can also use that in multiplayer. If you ever miss a, say you miss a rotation or a cycle for this part right here, you can actually angle yourself diagonally and make it all the way up. Just a little pro tip. And at this part, you want to hold squid, so hold CL and hold up. Because if you heard right there, you will actually see that I am already moved up before the ink is gone. And at this point, you just want to throw Seeker and you're done. At this point, just smash A. Not much you can do. Managed to makes this go just a tiny bit faster. And what I do right here off of every boss, I just throw a Seeker I just hold up Throw Seeker. I can get there a little quicker. And it automatically hits the orb. With like the ink line. I don't even know if there's like an actual name for these. I always call them like an ink line. And at this point I jump and try to spray that wall, because that's the first place you're gonna go. Yeah, what Kat is saying, you definitely don't want to grab any scrolls, because scrolls will waste more time. You don't need any scroll to beat the game. So at this point, I just go over here, jump, make sure this is inked. Ink this part. And shoot to and throw a Seeker. I always go to this first. I used to go to this one before, but at that point I had to go around anyways, so it was just a little farther. Okay, at this point right here, I shoot ink and I throw a Seeker, because the Seeker is going to go towards this Octoling. And then I throw another Seeker, so I can go up. I shoot this, and I go to the next area. And right here I throw another Seeker, because it's another line. And you just want to make sure that you just ink this wall. And at this point, I go over here quick enough, and I shoot this little balloon. And I actually jump, I try to jump on that. This, like, painter thing. I don't know the name of it exactly. Sometimes if you miss, there's actually enough yellow ink on the side that you can still make it up. Even without inking anything. You can actually probably see here, sometimes I don't. You want to make sure you ink this part of the wall quick enough before it goes away. The Seeker here is questionable because sometimes this Octoling is there when you don't want him to be. I think if you go fast enough, you're always able to. It depends on how quickly you're going. Okay, at this part right here, right when you land, what you want to do is you want to ink this part right here, and you want to shoot that balloon. Depending on where these Octolings are facing, they're going to either die or live from this balloon. And what I do is I jump here, jump to the other side, and now I can just throw a Seeker and jump and grab it. Occasionally when the Octolings actually live, they will shoot you and shoot you off, and you're not able to land in the little square. Luckily there's a checkpoint right when you land, so you don't lose too much time. Now the next level is right here. So what you want to do is, right after the level, just jump down here, shoot 2, throw a Seeker, and you're on the next one. Right here, you see these sponges? A lot of people question why we don't use burst bombs. We don't use burst bombs because it takes too much time to buy them, equip them, and throw them at sponges because we need to get enough orbs in the run to even buy them. So, whenever we see a sponge, we just shoot it, and usually there's a balloon next to it anyways. So what we do is we take the ink and stand on top of it and shoot it. I always kill these 2 enemies because they always mess me up. They really like messing me up. All the time. Go up here. I always kill this guy too because he likes messing me up. And go up and jump. Okay, at this point, here's a cool strat that I've figured out and I've seen others use as well. When you get to this point, you see these 2 Octoball guys, you shoot ink, and they always try to go towards you, so you want to shoot your feet, and they'll always go into that. So they won't mess the sponge up. At this point, you're going to be met by these 3 guys, and you want to try to jump over them at a better angle than that. When that happens, they all actually fall off the map and die, so you don't have to shoot them. See? They all jump off, and now you can advance, so you don't have to worry about shooting them. Okay, at this point I always go middle and right. It's a little more safer in my opinion. Usually these guys don't mess you up as much. Always be wary of where they're shooting, and always shoot the sponge that you're standing on because it can mess up your jumps. At this point you can either A, go cannonless or cannon. I know that some people, they shoot these 2 guys and they do the strat where you just jump on the sponge and make it bigger. I use the cannon because I don't trust myself in these enemies, so I just shoot them. You can either do that, or what others do is they actually kill them. they just do that instead. Alright, so at the next point, you want to throw a Seeker up. And if you have a bad angle, just feel free to shoot. Okay, at this point, you just want to shoot forward, kill that enemy, and get the, get, like, the ink geyser. Okay, at this point, these guys are gonna try to kill you, so shoot him first. What I do is I actually sit about here. You want to sit about here, right here, because they won't shoot you. Want to go to the next spot right there, right after you kill them. Just hold ZL. I jump from that geyser and I shoot those so those shielded enemies die. I go up. And you have to kill these enemies to advance. So I rush. I shoot this geyser so the other ones don't see me all the time. The geyser will block their shots. You just have to kill them all in advance. And with this, you just go the one in front, left, and then right. That's the route for to get to the Zapfish. This one's really straightforward. There's not much to it. Okay, so from this point you want to go squid and jump over the tree. You want to throw a Seeker forward, so you'll go up. You ink this wall. You ink this wall as well, because there's another area here. Shoot two, throw a Seeker, go in. Okay, this is a very, very fast level. You want to go right side. I used to go left, but it's actually way less safe. This is Kelp Dome, the actual multiplayer map. You just want to go right side, go up here. Walk on the gratings. Throw a Seeker forward. Go in that ink line, shoot that one, shoot this one, and then you just make sure you turn it up so you can throw a Seeker into the Sapfish and it's done. This level's really fast. Not much to it as well. On the left side that I used to go to, you actually would possibly die from an Octo Girl, so I started going right side because it's a lot safer. Because it's really hard to mess up. At this point, the next area is right here, so I just... because you saw, just shoot enough ink and get over. Okay, this is where you're introduced to Octo Strikers. Spanish is called Octornados, I think it's a better name for them. Pro tip, actually depending on where you're aiming is where the Octo Strikers actually shoot their ink strikes. There is a strat later on that applies this. Up here with this like geyser thing, you actually want to go above it and go squid form so you get that huge boost of air. Allows you just to do things a little quicker. Shoot the guy on the right, the guy on the left isn't going to do much. Throw a Seeker there, because Squeegee, it'll lock onto a Squeegee, and that's exactly where you want to go. Another pro tip, depending on which side you go on, I always go left side with the Octo Strikers. If you shoot him on the right side, like, it's technically his left side, but your right side, you want to shoot him right at the corner. This will actually dodge into you, so you're able to kill him quicker. And then that's it. And then the last area is right here. What I do is I jump off and I shoot down because it'll get a couple hits, and you can actually throw a Seeker up, and it'll hit it. At this point, I just jump over. Sometimes it's a Rocky that wants to kill you. Kill him. I throw a Seeker. Go forward. It'll blow up on that guy, and then you just go forward and go up the fan. This level's pretty straightforward as well. This is one of the very few times you actually have to switch from Seekers so they don't use too much ink. You'll see in a bit. You always want to make sure you don't kill any enemy that you don't have to, unless they're ones that actually mess you up. Okay, at this point I switched to the normal grenades, because of this next part right here. There's a guy with a shield. I kill this enemy, throw a grenade, kill him. It's really quick. Then I switch back to Seekers. At this point, depending on how fast you actually shoot these fans, depends on how fast it goes. Like how you saw, I just sprayed it down and went all the way down. Really, the ideal way is just to very lightly shoot it. If you can. Ink this wall and you can just go up it. Right here, you can ink this side of the box and you can actually make this jump. Very lightly shoot this. I thought I was gonna mess up. You just go up it, and then it's over. This one's pretty straightforward. Okay, at this point you're done with World 2. World 2 is honestly a pretty straightforward map, world section. Really, not much to it. At this point, just want to shoot forward. I try to get enough speed where I'm able to just make it up over. And then just shoot up the wall and then you'll make it. It allows it just to be a little quicker. Sometimes that little step will mess you up. Okay, this boss is pretty straightforward too. Have to shoot those. So to shoot forward, you can just literally just go straight up to him and just dodge this. Really easy. This is another part of the boss fights where you can use the Seeker to make it go a little quicker. At this point again, just shoot forward, go for the top one. I move and shoot, so I can just start to advance to the backside a little better. And you just have to shoot the back one and you're good. What's up, Dervish? Okay, so at this point you want to shoot forward again. Start shooting this one, and if you're in the ink, he actually doesn't see you. So I try to advance to the back a bit. He's going to try to shoot you, and you're either going to A, break that spot before he can shoot you, or he's going to, like, actually shoot his stuff. If he does, aim towards the right. You can get a good enough angle to hit the final spot. You have to make sure you don't get the scroll here, and like I said before, the other boss, you want to hold ZL and forward right after you kill the boss because you're able to move. You just have to throw a Seeker and you're done. Alright, at this point, right after the boss, I just throw a Seeker, because it'll hopefully be at a good angle to hit it. Sometimes it misses, but it'll at least give you enough a line that you can swim in it. Okay, this one's good. At this point, when you get to the next spot, like right here, You can either A, throw a Seeker, or B, just shoot. So I jump and I shoot. I just want to make sure I conserve enough ink. World 3 has a very big variety of ways that you can go about getting to each level. So I'm going to show you the way that I do it as well as Po Guys, and I'm sure Vesper does this as well. So when you get to the first spot, you go over here, ink the wall, go up it. Next area is already right in front of you. At this point, you already know what an Octo Striker is, so you can skip it. You want to hit minus. There is a Octoling there, you just throw a Seeker. He'll run away, making it a little easier for you. You want to make sure you're just a bit above that geyser right there. And shoot it with ink and you can go up. What you want to do, like how I said with the Octo Striker, when you aim away from where you're actually wanting to go, the Octo Striker will put an ink strike away from you. So you want to look outside of the area so he doesn't put it in the wrong spot. That'll mess up your timing. And you just jump over, take it. All the Octo Strikers are all the same when you fight them. Okay, at this point, this is the way you're actually aiming. Right when you get out, you want to press Y. Because Y will completely spin, it'll do a 180 like I mentioned in the beginning of the tutorial. Just quick. So what do you want to do from here? You want to shoot forward and go up this wall. This way is a lot faster because it allows you to go up here. If I can do it. If I can go up, here we go. Go up, pick the ink, press Y again, and I turn around, and now here's the level right here. Another way that some other people do it, which is actually slower, is they come out of that spot right there, go around, go up the ramp, go up here, and then they either take this level or that level. This one's straightforward as well. Not much to this one. Okay, at this point when you go into this ink line, you can actually, what I do, and I know Vesper does this as well, we move the camera to shoot the one behind us first. And this makes it a little easier, so you don't have to look around everywhere for him. Shoot these guys, make these ink lines. What I do here, I ink this side and I throw a Seeker, because the Seeker will get all the way up. I drop down, I shoot this guy because it's going to take the same amount of time if you don't anyway, so might as well kill a guy quicker. I want to grab an Inksuka and go a full circle and kill everyone. And at this point, you just want to get to the top. And always, if you're running this game, please make sure you have your gamepad charged. I'm gonna charge it right now. Always make sure your charger's plugged in. And at this point, you just want to jump over here. You can either ink this wall and jump up here, or just jump this, like, ink this wall and just go straight forward. Just shoot two and go here. Okay, this is where a little bit of RNG comes into play. You want to ink this wall, go up. I throw a Seeker here, makes it a little quicker. Sometimes that shower actually isn't there. He was for me this time, so I just go around. At this point, there's this shower on the left side that actually blocks you, but you can actually go around him. Do not swim around him, you want to jump around him. Jumping is way safer. Let's do that. The reason why swimming around him is not as safe is because your entire squid form is a hitbox, so you'll actually hit the back end of your squid, will hit the shower and you'll die. I've lost runs because of that. At this point, sometimes I throw a Seeker, depends on, you know, if I have enough ink or not. Usually I do. You just want to go straight to this corner because there's the key. And at this point, you can either go all the way back around, or you can just jump through that grating and skip that whole walkway. Okay, this is a part where RNG really comes into play. Sometimes there's no showers. Sometimes there is, like at this point there is. If you look on your gamepad, there's a little dot on the screen compared to all the other bigger ones. The bigger ones are showers. The little enemy is the guy that actually has the key that you're trying to kill. So, when you start off this level, he's actually just about on the other side of the shower if you have good RNG. And once you kill him, just have to get to the end. And go to the next level. Okay, so here's a little speed strat here too. See this ink line? You can either A, take it all the way, and there's a level at the end of that walkway. Or, you can use the speed of the initial boost of this ink line and actually make the jump. This saves you time from going from this ink line and walking all the way up and jumping up. At this point, you can just throw a Seeker, shoot it 2 times, and you're in the next level. At this point, at this level right here, what do you want to do? You want to go straight. You can throw a Seeker at the beginning, which is what I do. The cutscene actually doesn't stop it. Just keep going forward. You want to throw a Seeker at a better angle than that. Hopefully it'll miss that railing. It won't. Okay. I'm actually gonna die. I'm gonna let her kill me. I want to show you the exact way to do this level. So you throw a Seeker, cutscene will happen. You know, the Seeker will keep going. You want to go up, go over. You want to throw the Seeker straight, and you want to stay in the Seeker's line until it explodes. If you don't do that, like right there, like how I was just a little bit out of it, we'll kill you. For safety reasons, you can actually take this checkpoint, which I'm going to, so I can show off. Show this off without dying, hopefully. Dr. Girls are very accurate, and they like killing you. Okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. Then you just throw the Seeker and you're good. Like I said, if you're worried about dying, because they sometimes will just kill you because they're super accurate, just feel free to take that, checkpoint. So what you want to do is go from this part to here. You can shoot some ink and make the jump. I missed it because I didn't have enough ink. And you just want to throw a Seeker, shoot it twice, and you go to the next one. This level has early cycles. So if you want to make sure you save at least over 10 seconds of time, you want to get early cycle. I'll show both. What I do is I just go over that wall, ink the wall here, and go to the next spot. That's my way of doing it. And then you want to break these boxes, throw a Seeker, jump, shoot your feet, make sure you get on it. The Seeker will take you all the way to the spot that you need to go. You want to ink this wall here and go up. This is the part where it gets to early cycle. So when you have to go up, this part's simple. You want to ink this part here. If you go quick enough and you ink this like box, I guess, you'll get enough ink and you actually can jump around. It's a little tricky at times. I'll try and show it off. Hopefully I don't fall. You want to do that. And that allows you to get up quicker. It saves about 10 seconds. I didn't fall. And then this allows you just to ink this part a little quicker. And then the next part is actually in a better rotation as well. This box here will be more to the right, so you're able just to make it through without any issues. You're able to make it up. I thought I could have made that.
In this case, you're not supposed to make mistakes. It's only a tutorial.
Now you want to go up, and you can, if it's at a bad rotation where this middle one is, like, all the way to the left, you can just sit on it and make sure you hold up. So you can get on this box quicker. And one thing I showed right there is something you can actually use throughout the entire run, is using angles to your advantage. You just want to make sure you ink the corner and ink the corner that, like, is next to it, and your squid form will actually move straight towards it, and you don't have to, correct yourself as much. Make sure you always press X to jump when you go up walls, because it is faster. At this point, the next area is straight ahead, so you just want to make sure you jump over. And then I ink up this part here, because you can just make the jump. And the Seeker will start that incline, which you'll need for the next area, which is the boss. So right here, you can either A, shoot this balloon, or B, what I do, I just throw a Seeker. And then you can either A, ink up this wall, so you can go up it, or B, just jump straight forward. Straight forward is a little safer. And you have to kill those two enemies and the Octo Girl to advance. I always throw a Seeker here, so I don't have to waste more time shooting. Alright, just go past him. One of these, you have to at least get one of these guys into ink or kill them, because they will kill you. This guy doesn't matter. At this point in time, you want to throw a Seeker at this angle. So you go up it, and usually if the angle's good enough, it'll actually kill these two Octo Balls. And you can go to the next jump pad. And this part right here is always the same, so when you're landing, you want to be looking more right and jump up here. And I kill one, throw a Seeker, and then kill the last one. You usually have enough ink. And as you do these runs, you memorize, like, where the invisible spots actually are. It's okay to take these areas slow. At this point, the actual, like, area itself is actually, like, windy. But you can just ink straight forward and just jump across. And this squeegee sometimes is annoying, so you want to make sure you ink in a way that you can still make it up. And you can just jump straight across. It's a lot faster than walking the whole way. And here you just want to go to this right side or go straight. Sometimes that enemy might try to kill you. You want to hit the balloon and go up. I always take this checkpoint for safety. This is a point where you can actually skip all the enemies. You can skip killing all of them. You just want to go straight. And you just throw a Seeker and it's done. If you're not, like, if you don't know where the actual spots are in these invisible paths, you can just kill everything. It's okay. You want to make sure you learn the game. Some of these strats are a little difficult at first, especially with the invisible level. Some people don't like that area, so they take it a little slow. You just have to get comfortable with the game and the mechanics. Okay, at this point the boss is up there, where you can see that little purple thing. You can either A, go over here, shoot the ink up this wall and go up, or right off that last level you just did, you want to take this line, and the way that this works is actually, like, when you're getting out of it, your feet are, like, just at enough height that you'll actually stand on top of it. That's what I do. I don't ink up the wall, I take the line and jump. It's super easy to practice. Okay. This boss, if anyone has seen mine runs, this boss gives me a lot of trouble. He's a jerk. Looks like Cloister. So the way this boss works is that you actually have to make sure that the line that he takes is inked. And if there's any spot that doesn't have ink or has his ink, he'll go a little faster, which can mess you up. First part and second part are usually pretty easy. The third part is what actually gives me issues. They just want to make sure you ink everything. If you're worried about ink conservation, make sure you get enough ink, and make sure you at least ink parts that he won't get into his own ink. But it's okay if you don't get all of his ink. Just make sure you get a majority of it as yours, and the line that he's in won't have any of his. The same thing with phase 2, except now this part's moving. But you spawn in center. You want to make sure you try to get enough. And what I do is I ink a little bit to the right, because since it's moving, he'll just go into it anyways. Okay, third phase is the hardest. Because now there's spots that you can't ink. So you want to do like what you did last time, try to get as much of the circle as you can. But here's the kicker, now he's gonna always go towards you, so you want to back up to this blue brick part and try to get as much ink as you can. You want to go back as far as you can because he rolls over the part that you can't ink, so he's full speed. And then again, just hold ZL and forward, and then go forward, throw a Seeker. And now you're on to the next world. Okay, next world is World 4, but we actually skip World 4. Doing World 4 skip saves 13 minutes, so even if you take 13, like, say, like, 10 minutes, you're actually still technically saving time than doing the entire world. Right here, as I always do, I just look forward, throw a Seeker. Hopefully it at least hits the orb or gets close enough. And now you try to get to the left side, because you can actually use the speed a bit of the box to push you forward, so you don't have to wait for the entire thing. Now I just jump. Try to get enough ink over there as possible, because you get set into a specific position right here. That doesn't matter how far you jump. Right here you can either Seeker or shoot. I usually do a mix of both. So the way that World 4 skip works is you're actually using a spot of this little box here that you're not supposed to make it to this box behind. The reason why this doesn't work in any other section is because all the other connectors to the other world areas are ink lines, and there's no way to activate them other than defeating the boss, at least the ways that we know. A lot of us have tried to find new ways to skip worlds, but it just doesn't work. So what you want to do is you want to ink this whole part here. You can actually kind of tell if you get the right lighting. You can see there's like a little wall here. You can even see if you shoot it. There's a little leeway where you can actually land. And you want to make sure you ink this back part of it so you can swim up it. So you want to aim this. You want to aim a little parallel to the actual spot that you're going to be landing on. You want to do a little short hop. And it's okay if you miss because the checkpoint there is really close. It's where you landed in the original spot when you got to this world. You want to make sure you get a little close enough. You definitely do not want to do this fast because you will most likely go in a bad angle. So at this point, when you get to here, when you're at the spot that you want to be, You can either A, keep the same camera, so you have to angle your control stick to hopefully jump towards that wall there, or you can make it a little straight. But what you want to do is get a little closer than I did right there, and you want to jump to the part that you inked in that box. You want to go slow, aim your camera. Camera is the biggest thing. You want to make sure you don't overdo your control stick, and you want to land there and jump up. Now at this point the game thinks you're in World 4, but you're actually going towards World 5. So what you want to do is go up here. You can either A, from this point, go up that ramp and go all the way over, but I Seeker, because it's a little quicker. This is my way of the route. There's a lot of different ways that other people go. Some people, they actually go over here, ink all the way, shoot this sponge and go up and do the world up there first, or up there first. But I don't. So going off of my route, I go up, jump over, shoot this line because I'm going to be using it right after the next area. Go over here. You have to go up. No, there's a level right here. Just shoot 2 and throw a Seeker. Now this level goes by very fast, but it's very easy to mess up the beginning, because what you want to do is you want to shoot your ink at this little corner, jump around the barrier, and now you're basically done with the level. I kill this Octoglow just in case, because sometimes she messes me up. Just go over here, shoot the left side and go up. Very, very fast level, not much to it. Sometimes that Octogirl will shoot you or throw a grenade at a perfect position, which has happened to both me and other runners. So just try to do it quick, but not too quick. So at that point, what you want to do, this Octoline is already started. So you want to Inkling right into it. Or Squid. I keep messing up Inkling and Squid. So just 2-shot Seeker. This is the only point... Yeah, this is the only point in the game that I switch back to the other grenades. I do this for safety. You'll see in a bit. Usually if you're quick enough, you don't even have to worry about any of those things pushing you. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to ink towards this, jump over, kill this enemy. There's this guy right here. This guy with a shield. I've had a lot of times where I've actually died from this guy. He's trying to shoot me already. What I do, come over here, jump. He tries to shoot me, so I throw a grenade to distract him, and I jump around. And that's the only other time I ever use this other grenades. This part's straightforward, just get to the next launch pad. And with these, a little pro tip, if you're worried about, like, not having ink while these thing is actually going through, like, you don't even have to have ink there. You just go squid form and you'll pass right through it. Okay. At this point, I throw a Seeker, break these boxes, because this Seeker will kill this enemy. And the enemy will pop up here, kill him. I grab this rocket, even though I don't use it. You have to jump at an angle, because both shield guys will spawn and pop out of their ink. And I just jump over, drop down. At this point, you just want to ink this side and go up. I'm at a bad cycle, so I may mess this up. I got up. Sometimes you'll get a good enough cycle for this as well. This is on a timer. Depending on how fast you will make it, sometimes you do have to wait for it. It's really iffy. Depends on how fast you go in the beginning. And at this point, you can do early cycle for this. I believe you have to ink this, and then you have to make sure you get up. And you could use the right side to go all the way. But I've actually never pulled it off. I've seen others do it. I'm really bad at early cycle. So I just ink the left side and wait for it to go all the way up on left side. Okay, at this point there's a box in front of you with a fan. Now, you can actually make this jump. You have to make sure you jump off the most farthest point you can to jump to make it. I always just shoot the fan a little bit just to be safe. I don't like dying. For good reason. And you just shoot that incline and I go here and I do this level. Now, I'll tell you what route change for me would happen thanks to Thunder Films. So this is where you get to go back to Black Belly Skate Park. Very straightforward again. This time you do have to get a key though. So I just go straight forward, go to the middle, grab the key. And then you're met with an Octo Striker. Hold on. You just act this the same way as you always would with an Octo Striker. Alright, sorry about that. So, thanks to Thunder Films, I have a different setup for this. Normally, I would actually go back here, take this incline. I'll actually show you. The way that I used to do it, I would take this incline, shoot this one, jump, shoot this wall, and I would do that, go up, and there's the level. Now the way that I do it now, thanks to Thunder Films, which I'll show right here. I shoot ink at my feet, go over here onto this box, I go up, this fan box, go up, and shoot this because we'll be using this later. Shoot this sponge and then you can just jump. Saves way more time and it allows you to connect yourself to the final area. And you'll always make that jump as long as you hit the sponge. This is the only level that they introduce these squares that you have to shoot. There is some areas that you can go a little quicker. I'll show you in a sec. But these octoballs just... I always ink my feet. And these always spawn in the same areas. So it's always the same elevations. You have to make sure you kill them enough. I'll use the rockets in a sec. This part here, kill this enemy. Now at this point, once you activate this square, this little yellow grating will show up. This right here. So what you want to do is either, if you're not confident enough to make this square, what you want to do is just activate. You just want to activate this, have them come up, and just go up, and then activate this square. Or actually, I lost my rockets. So that's one way to do it. I'll show you the way that I do it. I'm gonna make sure I have that Inkzuka. So make sure you don't die. Until the part that I show that you want the Inkzuka. Okay, so this is the way that I do it. So I ink this line here so you're able to go there faster, so you ink that and then you just jump up. That saves a lot of time. Then you can automatically activate that square. And then you can jump and ink all that part before it's actually finished building. So this is where I use Inksuka because it allows you to kill these enemies a lot faster, and it allows you to kill these snipers really quickly. Before I used to use the Inksuka to kill the enemies earlier. At that point, the square is always there, it'll rotate, and you want to shoot the octoballs off. Ink up this wall. You go up. So here you can either do two things. You can either A, take this checkpoint, shoot this square, and the circle launch pad will go here. The faster way is to actually just jump to it, right here. And here, the fastest strat I'm going to say is the best way to do it. Kill all the enemies, grab the shield. When you kill all the enemies, showers will show up. And you want to use your shield to grab the key. So you don't have to wait for the shower to move. And you can go across. And you're done. Usually if you do it quick enough, the spots are always in the same things. Like the showers are always there, the cage for the launch pad that you need the key for is usually at the same spot as well. And from that back area, you just want to jump down, ink this wall up. You could either do both sponges. I usually just do one, because you can just ink this wall and make the jump. Whichever one you're more comfortable with. Then you activate this level. There's a couple speed things in this level. They're very minimal, except the end. At this point, when you jump down, there'll be two little square dudes with like the little tentacle at their back. You could either stand in the middle and wait for them to get to you, or you could jump down, swim behind them, and shoot their backs a little quicker. At this point right here, there's this enemy that's looking at you. I always make sure I have max distance when I create this sponge, because this guy's going to try to kill you, and he has killed me before. So I make sure I have all this inked up, and I get as close to him as I can, and then I kill him. It's just for safety. And at this point, you can either do both sponges. I just do one and make the jump, but for this tutorial I'll just do both. And then you get this rocket. Now this rocket is going to save a lot of time. There's these guys that are going to try to kill you, like this guy is right now. So you use the Inksuka, shoot, and it creates, it shoots in a line, so it'll activate all the sponges. And then you could use the last bit of the Inksuka to shoot up. Depending on the angle, you'll get the whole line, which is nice. Now at this point, you want to go forward and shoot this balloon. You can either A, take the sponge, jump onto here, and jump over. Or what I showed you there is a little more precise. You either just take the sponge, go up, and jump over, and then you have to shoot the wall anyways and go here. Now at this point, you can either A, shoot this balloon, where everything gets inked, and then you go up here, or you can just shoot the first sponge, shoot this wall, and go up. You don't have to worry about the grenade shooter there. At this point as well, you can either you can shoot the balloon, and I I fell off because of the grenade. So what I do is I shoot the first sponge, shoot the balloon, and you can either A, like, just jump across, like that, or just go around. At this point, all you have to do is just shoot this first sponge and go up. You don't need to ink anything else. Okay, here, these two guys right here are a little iffy. They like throwing grenades at spots that are actually dangerous, or they either fall off the map. So, it's very straightforward. Just shoot the balloon, go up, and shoot both of these sponges. This guy, depending on how good the angle is that he shoots, either will kill you or it'll fall off. Usually it falls off, just depends on what he feels like doing. even right now, like, I'm having trouble. Like, these guys can be annoying if you're not going fast. So don't be scared, like, if you die. I've had issues with these dudes. You can either go fast or you can kill him. It's up to you. I used to kill him a lot, but usually I'm just in the zone and I'm able to skip him. Okay, once you land, there are these two Octogirls that you can see standing up there. There's an Inkzuka here. So you want to grab this Inkzuka, and right when you land, they're gonna try to jump down. One will jump, and when you kill that one, the other one will jump. What you want to do is you actually want to be looking up here a bit, because you can actually see where they're gonna land, which is where you want to shoot the Inkzuka. So this one's going right, and you just shoot her. They sometimes have sporadic movement, so it's sometimes a little hard. They usually jump at the right spot, or at the same spot every time. And then there, and you're done. And this is also where the route changed for me as well. So before I used to take this ink line, used to go here, used to take this fan all the way up, and I would get to that box and I would shoot over, and this is where the level is. But now, thanks to Thunder Films telling me about a better route, I hit this sponge, and since we activated this line earlier, it's still activated, so we just jump and go up. And now we don't have to do all that stuff I just said, now we're already here. I ink like just about every bit of this, like, surface here, just to make sure I don't miss. Because you can miss, and then you have to go all the way back up. It's really tedious. And this is where RNG is the worst. This is the final part of the run before DJ Octavio. And I'll show you why it's really, really sucky. You want to jump, ink this wall right here, go around the shower. This part is really simple. Just throw a Seeker, go across, don't have to kill any enemies. You jump over. Jump over. Usually these guys don't give you issues, usually they don't even see you. Okay, this is where it gets hard. So the key is in the back left corner, and these showers really like to mess with you. So what I do is I usually base this off how good the RNG is. So you can see the key there. Depending on your gamepad, you can see where the showers are, like how right now I actually have good RNG. It's very, very random on how this works. One little strat you can do, if a shower is, like, being a jerk, like I'm gonna show right now, like, he's in your way, right? It's like, he's gonna try to kill you. You can actually jump around him. And now he doesn't know where you are. And then you can just go around him and hopefully to the next part of the, where the cage is. So, your rerun. Depending on how good the RNG is, you could check your gamepad to be sure where they actually are. RNG means random number generator. It's dependent on, like, RNG is like basically the randomness of games, for those of you who don't know. It could also be called luck. Luck and RNG kind of go hand in hand. Really depends on what the game is, though. And you always want to kill the sniper. The sniper always has the key. The sniper will always be in random spots because of the randomness of the showers. So just find the sniper and kill him. And then go to the end. And then just throw a Seeker and you hit the shield of the Zapfish. And now you're at the point where you will actually be fighting DJ Octavio. This fight takes about 9 to 10 minutes, depending on if you mess up, or depending on if he's being nice, or if you rush him. We'll be rushing him, though. Rushing is the best way to kill DJ Octavio in a quicker fashion. It saves about 20 to 30 seconds. Depending on how early you mess up, so say when you get to DJ Octavio, he's shooting the bomb. The bomb you have to hit back 3 times, just like how Nintendo always does their stuff. It's always like 3 phases, or hit him 3 times. It's always been like that. Depending on how early you mess up, depends on how long of a time loss you'll have. Earlier on, it'll be about a 30-second time loss, but if your final hit and the bomb hits you like it has for me, it's only about a 15-second time loss. So if you never rushed him in a personal best before, and you still mess up, you still have time to save. Sadly, if you play this in the Spanish or Italian version, you don't get the awesome puns, so if you do like the puns at the end, just play English. They are way better. DJ Octavia calls you like a slimy hipster, and he's gonna dub stomp you like he's gonna tell me right now. It's way better. Yeah, I'm a remix your face. Okay, so at this point you want to be right next to him. You want to be as close to him as you can, as long as you're not hitting his shield. Because you want to hit his fist as quickly as possible. Same with this, just go as close as you can. Just keep shooting him. At this point he doesn't have a Killer Whale. Killer Whale kind of makes things a little more hectic. And he doesn't use 2 fists at all until second part. To answer your question, Shadow Chief, he's asking, is the story worth playing? Yes. You are not able to get all the weapons if you don't play story, and get all the, at least the boss scrolls. So for the bombs, you just want to be as close as you can and just shoot them. There's nothing more to it. This boss is very straightforward, it's just it gets very hectic at the end, it's very prone for mistakes. And this is where he starts using both of his fists to attack you, and he starts using Killer Whale. So what do you want to do if you know he's going to use Killer Whale? You just want to angle yourself at a spot that you don't want to be, like standing to hit the fist, and then go to the spot you want to. It's like, I'll go back here for the Killer Whale, and then I'll go here for the fist. Like I said, you just want to get as close as you can. I don't go all the way up because I think his barrier is too close to the edge and there's no room to move. And you always want to make sure you rush DJ Octavio. Because there's a part in the cycle that you actually get to skip him punching you. And again, for this thing as well, like Killer Whale, he's going to try to mess you up. Want to make sure you hit a good spot. Armor also help with those torpedoes. So if you're worried about getting hit, make sure you grab the armor. And here in a bit, that second box in the background is Inksuka. And we actually do use Inksukas. You want to make sure you rush him. Always rush him, because you don't want him to do more cycles than he should. If you ever see those little orbs, those are always enemies, so you always want to hit those. Like I said, always rush him, so he doesn't move forward. Now, when I ideally use the Inksuka is when he shoots the bomb, because all you have to do is hit him once with the Inksuka, and it gets sent back. And you can aim up and it will actually get, like, it'll shoot up higher. So if he shoots it at a crazy high angle, you can just aim up and it'll be fine. And shooting the bombs at the Ingsuka is way faster than shooting it with the gun. So you want to make sure you don't miss. Because if you miss, which I have many times, that's a time loss, so please make sure you don't miss with the Ingsuka. Especially near the end. I always make sure you have enough ink too, because I've ran out of ink at certain points. How do you get another Ingsuka? I don't use this until he does bomb again, so we have 2 fist cycles. My personal best is a 59-minute, 0-second world record at the current moment. I got it yesterday. Okay, like I always say, just stay as close as you can so the fists don't have to go as far out to hit you. It saves time. Even if it's minuscule, it all adds up in the end. Now at this point, since the area is so small, I try to back up a bit so I don't miss. Okay, so you can actually go anywhere you want at this point. And you have to mash A. I hold ZL and mash A because you'll be standing very close to the next squid pad, where you get launched to the next part. So just mash A, I hold forward and ZL. And then you just get launched to the next area. So this is where things get a lot more hectic, it gets a lot faster paced. This is definitely where I mess up. I mess up usually like right at the end because the bombs go too quick. And you always want to make sure you rush him. Always rush DJ Octavio, especially in this part. It makes him not go up as far as you want him to. So you just want to shoot the fist like always, want to make sure you get as close as you can, and make sure you rush. Always rush. Normally I don't actually go this far, because usually it's not this far back, but at this point in time he is. Since this is such a small area, you want to make sure you have the killer whale angled at a spot that you don't want to be standing to shoot the fist, and move somewhere you want to be standing. Okay, this is the point that I grab the shield. Shield helps because of killer whale, or any enemy that might spawn or hit you. So when it gets close enough, I pop shield, keep shooting. This bomb goes by very, very fast, so you want to be wary on how far away you are. The bomb. And then timing ends right when he hits this thing, and then you're done. And that's the whole run. I always want to make sure you don't grab any scrolls, because scrolls add time, even if it's a minuscule amount. But yeah, that's the whole run. That's the whole tutorial too. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Hopefully I didn't talk too fast or was going too fast. Hopefully I did at a decent pace. I'm used to going fast. if you have any personal questions for me, like say like, oh, what's a little quicker in this route or whatnot, you can always message me on my Twitter or contact me there or on stream or Twitch PMs. It always helps. Helps me get back to you quicker. Yeah, that's the whole run though. And like I mentioned in the beginning, you always want to make sure you make a new profile and you're able to delete the game save for that extra profile so you can keep running the game. And you can also run on current patch, I forgot to say that. You can run on current patch because they never fixed World 4 skip.